Hello, everybody. Dr. Wallace dropping in on you. Hope that everything's going great. I'm excited about getting today out to a good start. It has been crazy over the last maybe 18 hours or so. We had a transformer blow in the hood and it knocked a pole down, and we didn't get power back till like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then we had these thunderstorms roll through, knock the power out again. And so a lot, had to make some adjustments because I had things to do and stuff like that. But hey, it's a part of the process. It's just things that are going to happen that are out of your control. It's how you respond to them, how you adjust to them, how you make something out of it. So I'm excited about that. I'm coming to talk to you today. Today is Business Breakthrough Thursday. We're going to talk about principles of business. And we're going to go so many different places over the remainder of this year when we talk about business on Thursday. Before I do, I want to first of all let you guys know that I have several spots available for one-on-one engagement, coaching, counseling, and power packed. Anybody, some people will eventually pop on here that's worked with me, and they'll tell you that it's intense. I have packages that range from 12 weeks all the way up to a year, 52 weeks, 52, a minimum of 52 engaging and empowering encounters where we go one-on-one and we work through, we set goals, we accomplish goals, we work through things, we tackle procrastination, fear, worry, anxiety, strategy, planning, understanding of self, rebuilding self-esteem, rebuilding self-confidence, rebuilding the entire self-image. It all takes place. You'll be amazed at what can be accomplished. I have several positions open, like I say, and the packages range anywhere from 12 weeks up to a year. If you're interested, the email address to contact the support team is in there. If you're really truly gung-ho, the link to click and go straight over and sign up is there. I'm looking forward to working with some people. I mean, I'm excited. This is my year. My goal for this year, for those of you who weren't around, who were not around at the beginning of the year when I announced what my goal was. I actually did announced it initially at the end of last year. My goal for this year is to touch 1 million lives. It's to touch 1 million lives, change 1 million lives. And so I'm like on 10 all the time trying to get it done. Obviously, it all can't be done with one-on-one encounters, but there's something about going one-on-one with a person and knowing intimately what they want to do and seeing it in them before they see it in themselves, and then addressing the problems and showing them the solutions and working with them to achieve it. It is unbelievable. If you knew and were able to feel what I feel when I work with people, you'll know why I'm always going. I mean, it's life. I mean, this is just awesome to me to sit up and understand just how powerful we are as beings. Although we rarely tap into it, although we rarely experience a fraction of what we're capable of, it's there. And I love digging and finding it. And so I'm excited about that. So, hey, I've got at least three. Maybe I have one coming up. I don't know if this person is going to renew or not. But if they don't renew, that'll be four. But hey, let's make it happen. I would love to work with you. Also, we are moving closer and closer to releasing. We had a little pushback, but we're moving closer and closer to releasing book number 21. I Am talks about the power of self-talk, the power of declaration. I Am highlights what I consider to be the two most impactful and powerful words in the English lexicon, because what follows sets the course of your life. It sets out your reality. It establishes your path. And often we talk without thinking. We make declarations on our life without ever giving consideration to what those declarations are going to produce. Words have power. You've got to understand what you're declaring. Your self-talk is literally the program that your brain is going to run on. You're saying it, but you don't realize how powerful what you're saying is. I talk you through it. I show you just how powerful your words is. I give you examples. I show you how to use words to your advantage instead of your disadvantage. Many of you are talking yourself into destructive cycles. Many of you are talking yourself into undesirable situations, and you don't even realize it. Change your talk. Now, the beginning of changing your talk is changing your thought processes, because your words are a fruit of your thinking and your beliefs. So you have to work and start there, but be careful. And but that's what I am. I am is the second book in a 6-book series. It's the 21st book overall, but it's the second book in a 6-book series. The first book was Critical Mass. If you haven't gotten that, get that one as well. But when you order, I am pre-order it, you're going to get it at a discounted price until it's released, and you're going to get a free 30-minute breakthrough session with yours truly. 30 minutes, I'm telling you, it's off the chain. So that's a $350 value in and of itself. And I promise you, this free breakthrough session will not be a cheapened version of the original. It will be everything that a person pays $350 to get. And I'm going to light it up. And I'm going to open you up. I'm going to show you just how extraordinary you are. I'm going to give you a direction in 30 minutes. It's amazing. It's all about focus. It's all about intent. It's all about commitment. There's so much we can do. We don't tap into a fraction of our potential because we've been conditioned to meander through the maze of mediocrity. I want you to get out of that and explore what's out there in the world and what you are capable of doing. So let's make that happen. So if you haven't gotten Critical Mass, get it. If you haven't pre-ordered, you definitely want to get that. And if anybody out there is really serious about taking the next step and really going after what they want, I got several, at least 3, maybe 4 spots right now. Let's make it happen. Anyway, let's talk a real simple business principle that very few people get. People ask if there was just one thing you could tell me about becoming an entrepreneur, about becoming a business owner, about throwing my hat into the ring of business and what that means and how can I be successful. And there are some elements, some dynamics and things that you have to put out and lay out. But if you want me to keep it real simple, and this is how I respond to them, if you want me to just keep it real simple, be you. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make in business is they go into business and they try to be something they're not. They try to be someone they're not. They look at what someone else is doing, and instead of observing the principles, they observe the behavior. They observe the mindset, the personal display, and they try to emulate the personal display. Well, see, the problem is nobody is ever going to be as good being that person as that person. But here's the thing. Nobody's going to ever be as good at being you as you. And I ask people all the time, while you're busy out there trying to be what everybody else wants you to be, or out there trying to be that next person here, the next this, the next that, who's being you? While you're out there taking on all of this stuff that isn't organically and authentically who you are, who's being you? See, you have a unique design. There's something on the inside of you that makes you unique. We tend to judge one another and observe one another based on our similarities, from a genetic perspective, from cultural perspectives. We always tend to move in and judge who we are, based on similarities. But the uniqueness in you is where your value lies. It is where only you can excel in that uniqueness. It's what makes you valuable in this world. Remember, the more things are similar, the more you have of one thing, the less valuable that thing is. So it's in the things that nobody else possesses that you possess that makes you special. So when I say be you, I mean there's something on the inside of you that separates you from everyone else. It may be the way you engage people. It may be the way you conceptualize. It may be your focus on detail. It may be things that go far deeper than that. And you have to get to know yourself intimately, become acquainted with yourself. Stop trying to force yourself to fit into other people's opinions of who you are and what you're capable of. That's something that marginalizes you. It shrinks you. It limits you. Most people are walking around functioning and operating in the limits of someone else's expectations. And you have to get out of that. You have to be comfortable with being you. You have to be in love with being you. Embrace it, because that's where your power and your value comes from. You're going to go out and find out, what's my gift? What's my genius? What's my talent? How can I refine it? How can I shape it? How can I expand it? How can I take it and provide a solution to an issue that people are looking for an answer to? And when you do that, you're going to now set your value in the market. And because it's uniquely you, because you didn't go off and copy and paste somebody else, you literally came up with a solution based on who you are. It's going to be harder to emulate. It's going to be harder to copy. You get people who will try when they see you really truly excelling. They'll try to emulate it, but you see, you created the market. There's a difference between the people who move into the market and the person who creates it. And so you're creating markets. You might create a sub market, or what we call a niche market. But what you're doing is you're finding your unique presentation to this world, your unique impact to this world. And that's where you're operating from. You're operating from that. Be you. Stop trying to be everything and everybody else. Stop trying to live up to others' expectations of what you are, who you are, and what you should be doing. Find your space. Find your space, because when you start to live in your space, you start to expand. When you start to live in your space, you start to feel and experience fulfillment. When you start to operate in your space, you find power and potential that you didn't even know you possessed. When you start to love on who you are and see what you have to offer the world, your passion is intensified. The force and the fuel that moves you each and every day is increased. You have to bury yourself in your passion, your purpose, your assignment, the reason you're here. Your design is unique at its core. Yes, we all have hearts, we all have livers, we all have hands, unless there's some kind of accident or genetic deformity. We're pretty much all the same from an organic perspective, but there are some things on the inside of you that can't be seen from the outside that make you special. There's ways that you view the world that make you special. There's ways that you engage the world that make you special. You have to have an understanding of what it is you want to do. And then you have to understand how you uniquely fit into it. Because see, the goal at the very core of being a good business person and being successful in business is finding something that you can provide a solution to, doing it at an exceptional level, bringing quality into the equation, and thirdly, sitting up and doing it in a way that's so unique that it makes you difficult to replace. I can't go find what you do anywhere else. Not exactly like you do it. I might find a knockoff. I might find somebody close. But if I want it exactly how I experienced it, when I got it from you, I got to come back to you. Then you just work in the important elements of customer engagement. See, it's not about the customers you acquire. It's about the customers you keep. And see, when you're able to acquire a customer and you handle them in a way that they know, I am never going to be able to experience this anywhere else, you will be surprised at the level of loyalty that you experience with them. That's your longevity. That's your stability. So be you. I'm going to get off of here. I'm not going to stay long. There's so much I've got to do, but be you. If you haven't gotten the book, get the book. If you haven't gotten the first book, Critical Mass, trust me, you want that. You want to be able to understand how you pull all these components together. I Am is going to get into your self-talk. Those are book 20 and book 21, but they're also book 1 and book 2 of this 6-book series that I'm bringing to you over the course of the next couple of years. So, hey, we're building something. We're building something step by step. Let's go after it. Again, I am looking to work with a few people. There's the email in there. Email me, inbox me. Let's get together. Let's make it happen. I don't know how long these spots are going to last, but I'm definitely ready to go to work with you guys and see you experience life at the next level. With that being said, as I always say, live life on full so that you die on E. That's how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to live each and every day on full. I'm going all out. And it's not that I have to complain about it. It's nothing that I have to strain or struggle to do. It's something that I live to do because I'm operating in my purpose. I'm operating in my sphere of passion. I'm living and doing what I was designed to do. And it's so awesome. Hey, I'm inviting you in. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.